Hey all, we're working on the solution in Python practice problems conditionals number 8. This says convert score to grade with a plus and minus. We're going to write a function that will take numeric grades, percentages, and convert them into letter grades. And then additionally, if the score is out of the possible range, that's less than 0 or greater than 100, we should return invalid score. We can just do that straight away. If the score is greater than 100 or the score is less than 0, then we want to return the string invalid invalid score. And it's written in all caps, so I need to make sure that I follow that convention. And then now we're going to start with a series of elif statements. Else if the score is greater than or equal to 90, then we want to, before in the first challenge, we were just returning A. But this time, I want to set that grade as an A, but I might need to add a plus or minus to it later. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to make this variable letter grade, and I'm just going to set it to an empty string. And instead of returning A, what I'm going to do is actually concatenate to it. I've got an empty string. If that's the score range that I'm looking for, let's go ahead and add A onto that empty string. So it's now a string with one character, the character A. We're going to do this similarly. Elif, the score is greater than or equal to 80. And I'm just actually going to save myself some trouble here. We'll have one for 80 and one for 90, or excuse me, one for 70. A, B, C, D, and then for my else, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, I'm actually going to say return F here. It does tell me that there is no F plus and there is no F minus. So I can just return F if it's not above 80 and then 70 and then 60. So if it's not greater than or equal to 60, then we'll just return that F. There's no plus minus. So now I've got the letter portion figured out, and the next thing that I want to do is do the plus minus. So I'm going to say if my score modulo 10, and this says if it is between 0 and 2 inclusive, so I'm going to say greater than or equal to 2. Actually, I can just say less than or equal to 2. Then again, I can, to my variable letter grade, I can concatenate and add on a minus. Although there is a little thing in here, it does tell me if the score is 100, that should be an A plus. So 100 modulo 10, that's going to be 0. That is actually less than or equal to 2, but we don't want to add a minus to that. So let's go ahead and say, and the score is not equal to 100 to keep it from doing that. And then I can say elif score modulo 10 is, see, this one I want it to be either 8 or 9. So I would say greater than or equal to 8. And the same thing less than 9. If it's greater than or equal to 8, we'll never actually get one that's above 10. So I'm actually good with the greater than or equal to 8. But again, I need to take care of that. Or if my score is equal to 100, I'll use the double equals there. If my score is equal to 100, then I can go ahead plus equals and do a plus. And then lastly, the only thing that I need to do is simply to return my letter grade. So I think I've gotten all of the things taken care of. First, I sort a letter. Oh, it looks like I didn't change the letters here. C, D. I'm returning F, no F minus, no F plus. I am checking if I should append a minus, taking care of the special case where my modulo will be 0. And this is a handy little trick. Anytime that you're just trying to get the last digit of a number that's in base 10, you can just use modulo 100. Or excuse me, modulo 10. If I wanted the last 2 digits of a base 10 number, I could use modulo 100, so on and so forth. So I can continue to isolate the different numbers in a base 10 number system. I can also use the floor division, the double back or the double slash, to do the opposite. If I only wanted the first 2 digits of 100, I could say 100 floor division 10, right? And it's going to give me 10 as a result. Or if it was 99 and I did floor division of by 10, it would give me 9, right? Or that quotient division with the double backslash. So a nice little trick that you can use there. But let's go ahead and run this test, and hopefully I'll see everything is correct, and that is the case.